Hi everyone, it's Anthony back with another video, and today is actually going to be a first impressions video. I just got back from a little ski trip, left super early this morning, sat in traffic, skied for a few hours, and then made it back. So it's been quite the day, and I actually did a lot more than I normally do on these trips. I do cross-country skiing, and so I'll typically do like 2 to 6 routes depending, or 6 trails, just depending on the type of trail it is. You know, sometimes they're only half a mile, less than half a mile, but I think I did like six or 7 today, and they were all like a mile and a half, sometimes a little bit longer. So it was quite a lot of uphill skiing, and it was just quite the workout. So that plus being in the car, I am extra exhausted, ready for a little bit of a nap, but I needed to do, or I wanted to do, this first impressions video. So I am part of the Mad About Skin Facebook group. If you haven't seen that Facebook group, you should definitely check it out if you are on Facebook. It is a group devoted to chatting all things skincare, that was kind of started around Rob of Mad About Skin. He has his own YouTube channel and a new his own product line that launched last year. So that group has just been super informative and helpful. And so I did a poll asking what toner should I do a first impressions of, mainly because I have a couple weeks before I'm getting to my next before I'm doing my next toner review, and I want to start kind of cracking open some of the products that are in my stash just to get some first impressions to see if it's something that I would even put on my face. A lot of this stuff I bought quite some time ago, and so my skin has changed, my tastes have changed, and I found that some of the products that I'm cracking into that have been on the shelf for a while, I'll open them like, oh, I don't like this at all, and then it goes right into the donate or giveaway basket. So I'm trying to identify those products that are still in my stash that maybe just aren't the best fits for me earlier on. That way I can more quickly give them to somebody that can get some use out of them, rather than them just sitting on the shelf when, you know, expiration dates start to come up, that type of thing. I'd rather just get it off the shelf and into somebody else's hands. And I really have toned down the amount of products that I do purchase. I am lucky enough to get quite a few products sent to me from different brands and lines now, or these days, I guess I should say. So I haven't been really buying too much, and just for the simple fact that I just have too much as it is. So I'm starting to kind of evolve to this mode where I want to start kind of parsing down the products that really do work for me and have those core products in my stash, and then as a new release pops up from time to time, work that in, but not necessarily collecting as much skincare. Just kind of having my core products with some newbies here and there as they come in, rather than having 40-something cleansers or whatever, you know, that type of thing. So they got to pick, the Mad About Skin Facebook group folks got to pick the toner that I was going to do a first impressions of, just to see if it passes snuff from, you know, just initial texture, scent, that type of thing. If it does, I'll hang on to it. It'll probably make its way into my routine in the coming months. If it's something that I'm just, you know, not into just from first impressions, there's a pretty good chance I'm just going to move away from it. So that being said, it's a toner. That's the step that I decided to pick for this poll. And the toner that was selected is the Make Prem Safe Me Relief Essence Toner. Let's see if that'll focus, kind of. So this is a massive 400 milliliter bottle of toner that's focused on basic hydration and soothing. Depending on where you find it online, prices vary pretty wildly. Stylovana, I think, yeah, Stylovana has it right now for $15.99 for 400 milliliters, which is a crazy good deal. Most of the time, 150 milliliters is pretty average. Olive Young has it for, I believe, their full price, which is $31, and I think that's where I got this, is off of the Olive Young site. I don't think I paid $32. I think I got it on some kind of sale, but it is full price on Olive Young as of this being posted. So I'm gonna go ahead and crack this open and get it onto my skin. However, I'm gonna do a cleanse first because I put a lot of sunscreen on today. I think I'm 4 or 5 layers deep into sunscreen and hydrating mist because, you know, I put some on before I went up to Breckenridge, and then when I got there, another layer of sunscreen because I was in the car for almost 2 hours, another layer of sunscreen and mist, then went skiing for about an hour and a half, and then reapplied, back out for another hour and a half, reapplied, back out for not quite an hour and a half, but then got back in the car, went and grabbed a quick snack on the way down the mountain and reapplied after I ate. So yeah, I think I'm, four or five applications in. So want to get all of this sunscreen off. I'll be doing a different series talking all about skincare products that I use when I go skiing, hiking, during summer, winter, just seasonality, seasonal changes with, you know, the weather and how I change up my skincare routine when I'm outside. So kind of my little to-go bag of outdoor and activity skincare. So I'm going to be doing a series of videos on that, hopefully while actually doing some hikes or snowshoeing and stuff. I've already got part of the first one recorded. So be on the lookout for some product recommendations as well as some outdoor adventure videos. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and get all of this off so I can work my new toner, or my first impressions toner in. So I'm going to be doing a double cleanse because I've got that sunscreen, even though it is pretty much late afternoon. I still plan on going back out to meet some friends tonight, but I'm going to do a double cleanse just to get the sunscreen off. And right now I'm using the Beauty of Joseon, and it's their Radiance Cleansing Balm. This is a fairly new product into my routine. I've been using it for less than a week, but so far I'm very happy with it. It's a pretty creamy style cleansing balm that just turns so milky, and it just emulsifies beautifully. No scent, no essential oils, zero fragrance. It's just a really approachable product that I am kind of falling in love with, and I love this pop top as opposed, I mean, it does unscrew, but you can quickly just pop this. I really like that. So there's that, and then the second step cleanser that I'm using right now was also picked by the Mad About Skin Facebook group. I've been throwing some polls up there, letting the folks there pick the next products that actually make it into my full routine for at least a month for a review. And they picked this second step cleanser. It's the Geek and Gorgeous Jelly Joker Low pH Gentle Cleanser. It's kind of funny because on that particular group, this is like one of the most talked about and reviewed cleansers, but everyone wanted me to review it as well. So here to do it. I've been using it for a few days now, and maybe just a couple days longer than this. And it's fine, you know, I don't want to go into too many details because it's early on, but one thing that I did notice, I was hoping that this would have a little bit more of a foaming action. Even though it is pH balanced, there's plenty of pH balanced cleansers that do foam. This one doesn't, and so I was hoping for a little bit of something, and when I do use my Foreo Luna 3, I can get a little bit of foam to start up because of those bristles and the vibrating T-sonic pulsation, I think, you know, causes it to kind of bubble up a little bit. But this morning I used it just in my hands, and I couldn't get a lather going, and I was like, is it because I have maybe oil on my hands? So I tried washing my hands and going again, and just really couldn't get a lather going. And so that was kind of a bummer. Not that I dislike non-foaming cleansers, I really wanted one to foam this time around. So I need more time. I need more time with it before I put together my full thoughts. It cleanses just fine. It seems really, really nice, especially with that Foreo to get that extra cleansing action and mild exfoliation. So with that, I really like it, but just in the hands, I have different opinions. So let me go ahead and double cleanse. Let me go and double cleanse with these two, and then we'll be back to try out the Make Prem Safe Me Relief Essence Toner. Bye! All right, so we are back. My hair is fully poofed. I had my little things in while I was washing my face, and actually I might leave them in for that toner. I, once again, love that Radiance Cleansing Balm from Beauty of Joseon. Sorry, it's sitting on the shelf over there. Really love it. It might be, I need more time with it, obviously, to see how my skin reacts, if there's any long-term benefits from it, but I really like it. It emulsifies and rinses so cleanly without any residue, no waxiness, no oily feeling. It's like perfect, dare I say perfect. It might be better than the Then I Met You cleansing balm. It might be better than that. I think it's pretty on par with the Pharmacy Green Clean and the Solve Skincare Coconut Oil Cleansing Balm, and those are kind of my 3 favorites of all time. And the Banilico. I think I might like this one more than the Banilico simply for the fragrance. So that is completely scent-free. It feels so nice. My skin seems to really like it. And then the Jelly Joker cleanser from Geek and Gorgeous. Those of you that picked that because they want to see a review and compare and contrast between that and the Mad About Skin Gentle Jelly Cleanser, how dare you? Because it's a tough one. It's a tough one. Just in the few days that I've used it, that's going to be a tough comparison. I think one of the reasons I wanted the Jelly Joker to foam is because I was thinking there was going to be a bigger differentiation between the 2 products, but they are very, very similar just in the first few uses. So of course with time, my opinion might change, but if I had to sit down and write a comparison between the 2 on like day 3 or 4 of using it, I don't know. I really don't know. So we'll have to save it for when I hit the month mark, but that's gonna be such a hard review to write, I think. We'll see how it goes. But anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about. Let's talk about the Save Me Relief Essence Toner. Big old bottle. I really like the cap on this too. All of the Make Prem products just have this really kind of clean, nice, approachable aesthetic to them. They remind me of like, if I was to walk into like an Anthropologie or something or I don't know, something that just kind of has like a light, airy vibe. That's kind of what the Make Prem packaging gives me. So I can tell just from the bottle or just from the liquid inside kind of splashing around that it's fairly fluid, but it's holding on to some bubbles pretty well. Kind of hard to see on camera. So it's got a little bit of that weight to it. Not quite as thick as something like the Klairs Supple Preparation Toner, but it is, I don't think it's going to be completely fluid. Key ingredients we have here, water, butylene glycol, glycerin, and glycereth, which I believe is like a derivative of glycerin, make up a good portion of like, that's kind of the first 4 or 5 ingredients. So kind of just a traditional hydrating water-based toner. Panthenol, allantoin make it in here, dill extract. You've also got some sodium hyaluronate, some ceramides, various pH stabilizers, texturizers, and preservatives. It's a fairly short ingredients list. pH of 5.5. They say that they're focusing on that ceramide, panthenol, and a low molecular weight hyaluronic acid. That helps to deeply hydrate the skin and leave the skin dewy with a healthy look. So my skin's starting to feel a little bit dry because I haven't moved into my hydration step yet. So let's go ahead and do this. We've got, and I'm just gonna do kind of a splash into the palm. I did about, I don't know, 8 drops maybe, and then pat. No fragrance, no scent whatsoever. It doesn't smell like anything. Oh, it is very refreshing after being out in the sun all day, even though I did use a facial mist throughout the day, and then just kind of pausing between cleansing and toning. My skin was starting to feel a little dry. So very nice, absorbed quickly. I don't feel any tackiness or residue. It seemed to just soak right into skin. My skin feels kind of has like that little bit of dewiness to it. Let's go in with another layer. That really absorbed nicely. So just a couple splashes in the palms. Has that cooling sensation that you get just from like the fluid being exposed to the air. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's nice. Very nice. I like that. Oh, that's very refreshing. Immediately cooling, a little bit soothing. I could see this being really nice on a warmer day, or if you kept this big old bottle in the fridge or decanted it and, you know, kept one part of that in the fridge and then used it cool, that would be very nice. Still not noticing, even after the second layer, no tackiness, no residue. It's soaking right in. One of the products I was using, was it last month? Or the month before, was it from a brand called, oh my gosh, one thing. And they've got a whole range of toners that focus on one specific ingredient, and I used their Jobs Tears toner, and that stuff just sat on my skin. Like I was just like, when are you going to absorb? Pat, 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 pat. And I think I literally was just like fanning it to absorption, so it always felt a little bit tacky because I think it was just sitting on the surface. And I just could not handle that. This is like the opposite of that. We're going in with a third layer because it's really absorbing nicely. I'm not doing a full routine because this is like a midday routine, so I might just put a light moisturizer on, but I'm gonna go take a nap because I am exhausted. My feet hurt, my legs hurt. You know what really is really interesting about cross country? You really use like your inner thigh a lot when you're like doing those like the sliding motion. And so anytime I get home, I'm like, the inside of my legs are just like burning. I'm like, what the heck? Like, I don't use those muscles. And then I like kill my legs every time I go skiing. Tomorrow I'm gonna be hobbling around. Oh my gosh, I really like that. It's a very hydrating, and my skin has that like that nice dewy finish without feeling like wet. It's just like kind of hydrated from within. Fantastic, fantastic. No scent. You could layer it for days. I really like it. Time will tell to see how long this hydration lasts on my skin. If I start to dry out within a couple hours, or if I'm noticing that I really want to reach for my facial mist more frequently than I normally do. We'll see if there are any long-term softening, smoothing, skin supporting benefits from those ceramides. We can also see if, or I'll be able to track if I have any adverse reactions to any of the preservatives or texturizers or the key ingredients that are used there, but from first application, very nice. I could see those with dry skin really just layering the crap out of this one. And then I could see those with particularly oily skin really liking the fact that it doesn't leave any sort of residue behind. So maybe you could slap on just a layer and be totally fine. This could also be great for all year round. You know, the drier the weather gets, the more you can just pack this on. And then when it's hot, when it's summer out, pop it in the fridge and reach for it when you need it, you know? So I think there's a lot of versatility to this product. And if you went to Stylovana and paid $16 for 400 milliliters of product, you're doing pretty good. So yeah, those are my first impressions of the Make Prem Safe Me Relief Essence Toner as selected by the Mad About Skin Facebook group members. Once again, if you have not checked out that Facebook group, I highly suggest it. It's so much fun, very, very engaging, probably the most engaging skincare Facebook group that I've ever been a part of. If you're watching this on that Facebook group, thank you all so much for voting for this product, and I'm looking forward to working it into my routine. It's probably gonna be the next one in my full permanent routine after I'm done with my current toner, which is the Nacific Fresh Herb Origin toner, I think. So be on the lookout for that review, and then I'll immediately start working the Make Prem in, and I could see myself, depending on how many products I have to use this year with expiration dates, I might just, if I end up liking this, I could see myself sticking around with this one and keeping it in my routine till it's gone, which would be, I don't know, I'd have this in my routine for a long time, half the year. So that's that. Let me know if you have any questions, if you need any more clarification, if you want me to look up a couple more things about this product or try some different things out. The texture ended up being pretty watery. It wasn't as weighted or thick than the Klairs one whatsoever. It was much more watery, which I like. So, yes, I'm so glad that the first one we did wasn't a fail going into the giveaway box, even though I probably do need some of those so I can clear this thing out. So anyway, thank you again so much for watching. I'll leave the links for those of you that aren't watching it on a Facebook group. I'll leave the links to the Facebook group in the description or in the comments. So thank you so much for watching, and as always, stay glowing. Bye!